As always, the Irish Grand Prix is held on a Saturday. Despite this, it still attracts a large crowd, and the host club offered particularly warm and friendly hospitality. And these are the stars that the crowd have come to see. Series leader Stefan Everts. KTM rider Bob Moore, seen here discussing track conditions.
Just sliding all over. I think it's tired. When it's dry like this, tires are okay.
And here's one of Suzuki's top riders, Dutchman Pedro Tragta. One of the youngest riders on the Grand Prix scene, Frédéric Bollé from France. Also from France, but on a Suzuki, this is Yves de Maurier, having a better season than last year. Here in Ireland, he was second fastest in the time training behind Stefan Everts. There's Tragta pushing his bike to the start again. And as the riders come to the line, we can see number 32, Frédéric Bollé, with a rather novel way to create a start line groove. And now let's join our race commentator.
So as the riders line up here for the first moto of this Irish Grand Prix, on the gate, it drops, away they go. There indeed is Everts, number 3, in the centre of the picture as they dive into that first right-hand corner. And we've had a whole gaggle of riders on the deck, and Everts was amongst that batch, but he's got away fairly quickly as they sort themselves out, riders and officials and bikes alike. But there is the race leader on this first moto. Number 7 is Pedro Tragta. Dutchman finding his way through again. Bob Moore. This seems to be a bit of a repetition of the last week's English Grand Prix. There's Bollé, 32, the young French lad. Chasing there's Craig Prattley, 35. There's Bartolini, number 4. He's in there as well. So conditions here, a little bit greasy, as you see some of the bikes prancing and kicking around all over the place. There's Sweeby, number 16, in your picture again on the Honda. As the rest of the pack charge through on this opening lap. And there indeed is Everts. Untangled himself from that first corner crash, beginning to pick his way through the rest of the pack to try and get himself up into a better point scoring position. It's 20 points for the win. Here is the man at the moment at the front of the pack, looking to take that first Moto 20. 40 points available out of the 2 motos here today. 40 points that could hoist you up into the lead in the World Championship standings. Moore still chasing there in second place, with the rest of the ensuing riders chasing hard. Spectators, they check their programmes to make sure who is who. There's Craig Prattley. Now he's got Greg Albertine there. Behind him, well, that is indeed Bartolini, number 4. He seems to have dropped back just a fraction. Sweeby is still in there chasing hard, and Everts trying to find just a little bit extra out of that 8th litre 125 bike. These are single-cylinder machines, just one piston, 2-stroked, water-cooled radiator each side, producing somewhere in the region of 48 to 50 brake horsepower. It's the American, number 2, on the Chesterfield KTM, Bollé. Now, we've seen these two have a tussle before, the 2 youngsters, the French youngster and the British youngster, Craig Prattley, 35, up behind Bollé at the moment. They hoisted up over the jumps. Race leader comes back into our camera shot. Number 7, Pedro Tragta. Well, Tragta seems to have got this well under control. Second place man, there he is, Moore on that Chesterfield KTM. Now he's got 51 at the moment, Carlson, and number 80, that's the Frenchman Vialli right up behind him, so we could see some excitement here before the next couple of laps are over. All 4 on easy side of each other. That's an urge to a rider when he can see the guy in front. It spurs him on, and you can see it's actually spurring more on because he's beginning to close down on Tragta. Well, that's the Brit, young Craig Prattley. He's got Greg Albertine right up his back doorstep at the moment. As we join the battle at the front, it's Moore that now leads. Tragta down into second position. Carlson is 3rd. And Vialli there in 4th. Here's Prattley once again, 35. Now behind him we should see the 23 Honda of Greg Albertine. There is indeed Prattley. Now where is Albertine? Here he comes. Into your picture now. Marcel van Drunen, number 20, and he's got Stefan Everts right up his backside. Everts tearing his way through the pack, chasing precious points. Well, he's still there. Everts still behind van Drunen, wants that position. 2-lap board goes up. There's Sylvain Gabors with the watch in his hand, and there is Harry Everts asking, is it 2 or is it 1, as Stefan comes into shot. Well, there's the race leader. Number 2 is Bob Moore, with Carlson 51 chasing second. Vialet, the Frenchman, number 80 there in third, and it'll be Moore, I think, that should take the checkered flag. And indeed, Bob Moore takes the win then. Carlson came home in second. It was Vialet there in third. Craig Pratley here in a great fourth. Albertine right up behind him. Bolle chased home behind Albertine. Then it's Demaria. Willie Surratt snuck through. And a great old battle here between Stefan Everts and Bartolini. And it was Everts that got the better of the Italian. Finished 9th. And the Irish continue to be happy because Phil Neal, the Irishman, finished in the top 15 with championship points.
Bob Moore, luck beginning to change, perhaps?
Yeah, I am. I hope for the best in the second heat. That was good first moto for me. Just controlled, had a good pace going, and the bike was working really well. And after I got by tractor, I just, it was a good race for me.
Congratulations, and we wish you luck in Heat 2.
Well, continuing with his run of bad luck, Pedro Tractor, with machine failure in that first moto while in second place, hopes for a better result in the second moto. Riders waiting to go down to the line for Heat 2. They're on the line, and there's the 30-second board. The gate drops, away they go. Demaray, number 8, there's got Bob Moore on the inside of him. Who will it be that shall emerge from that right-hand corner in the lead? It's number 2, the American, the Chesterfield 125 of Bob Moore. The Frenchman, Demaray, number 8. There is Stefan Everts. Then it's Greg Albertine, Bolle, the other Frenchman, Van Drunen. There's Pedro Tractor. Craig Pratley's in there as well. There's Bartolini. They're all battling for places on this opening lap. The rest of the pack pile their way through. Number 10 there, that's Alan Morrison, the Irishman, last year's winner in England. And the leader, here he is, Bob Moore on the Farioli KTM. He's looking for another 20 points in this one. Demaray hangs on to second, Everts goes up to third, Albertine down to fourth, Bolle in fifth, there's Tractor in sixth. Peter Biro with that distinctive fluorescent shirt going through, and oh, just look at that. Everts very nearly tossed himself over the bars. Van Drunen got Peter Biro right up behind him. There's Craig Pratley beginning to close on Biro. Back with the leader once again. Bob Moore, number 2. Everts chasing hard. Albertine climbing all over his back wheel. This really is close fighting, battling stuff. This Irish 125 here in Northern Ireland. Really turning out to be a spectator's delight as these little 8th leader bikes battle for position after position. Stefan Everts, the current championship leader, he's still in there. He's got Albertine, number 23, on the Honda tucked up behind him. They look on in amazement. How do these lads make these bikes go so quick and so high over these jumps? Bira, he's still in there, chasing hard. Moore picking up at the front again. Look at Everts beginning to close. Albertine still there in third. Tractor's now up into fourth. Hoping for a better result from the first moto when the bike just decided it didn't want to pass the checkered flag. Peter Bira. There's Carlson. He was second in the first outing. Bolle got Willie Surratt right in front of him at the moment. Oh, just look at this. Albertine's made a right blunder on that corner because he's let Tractor right through. Moore still up there in front. There's Everts. He's closing hard. Here comes Tractor. He desperately needs some points in this one. Albertine beginning to settle down. He's got Van Drunen behind him. Then it's Carlson, 51. Well, it's Everts now that's taken up the lead. Look at this. Stefan Everts, number 3. Pedro Tractor. They're now in second. It's Moore down to third. So things really are chopping and changing around. Everts leading. The rest of the pack beginning to scream through. Here's Moore now back up into second. So where's Pedro gone? And there's the answer. Back into third place. So it's Stefan Everts, looks over his shoulder nonchalantly as he goes up to take the checkered flag. Second place then, it's the American Bob Moore. Raises his arms in disbelief. How did he get past me? Then it's Pedro Tractor. And in fourth place, it's Albertine, number 23.
Congratulations, Stefan. You was the fastest man today, but not the winner.
Well, I'm happy that I win the second race because I catch back 3 points on more, so that's good. But I had also some bad luck in the first moto. We was with 3. We went to the first corner and the man inside crashed into me and Tractor came away. He had luck and he crashed into me and we crashed both. And so I had to start complete last and I finished. I'm happy I catch some points.
And the second race, a little bit of controversy about the passing maneuver. Can you just tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I passed more and he passed me back, so I go back, I think, but and then we fell. It was not my, I didn't want to do that, we crashed, but it happened, so, but he still finished second, so he don't have to worry about the crash.
Well, congratulations, and it's been a pleasure to watch you ride.
Thank you.
Greg Albertine, 4th overall today. Tell us about it.
Well, today was a good day. I was riding pretty well, or nice and smoothly. And the second heat I was really going well, and I seemed to have a little bit of bike problems, but I ended up 4th, so I was happy with that.
And the championship now, you're lying 9th in the world. This must be more than you had hoped for when you left South Africa?
Well, this year I was actually hoping to be in the first 5, but at the beginning of the season things didn't all go very well. The first 2 GPs not scoring a point, but it's going a lot better now.
And looking ahead at the rounds to come, you've got Japan. Looking forward to that one?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a good experience going to Brazil, Guatemala and Japan.
Congratulations, Bob Moore, 1st and a 2nd. You must be fairly happy.
Yeah, I am happy. I wanted to get that second heat also, but I had a good pace going after the 20 minutes, and then it started raining a little bit in between 20 and 30 minutes, and I got out of control a couple times, and I really wanted to save my points. You know, I didn't want to take any chance to crash or break something, or so I just kind of, maybe I shouldn't have, but I did. I just went kind of easy and collected second.
A little bit of controversy about the passing maneuver.
Well, no, it was all right. I did that to Tractor in the turn before that, in the first heat, but you know, I came in and I knew he was going to come across, so I started diving back across the track, and he was already there, and we both hit each other, but you know, things like that happen. It's not nothing that's really bad. I mean, those things happen. I would have done the same thing trying to pass him. There's still 4 more races. You know, anything can happen. 2 races before this, I was 44 points behind Everts. Now I'm 21, so, you know, anything can happen.